And there he is, bright yellow truck we saw earlier, running very well all weekend. We were just talking about him, the number 25 out of Scottsdale, Arizona, the Speed Energy driver of Ari Lyondike Jr. And right next to him in the 4th position, it's the number 47 out of Phoenix, Arizona. It's the Toyo Tires pilot of Jeff the Hoffman. And in the 5th position in the 3rd row, in the number 100 out of Vancouver, Washington, with 56 NASCAR wins in the Continental, number 100, put your hands together for Greg Biffle. Right next to Biffle, it's the number 60. He was lightning fast in Toronto, fast again yesterday for race number 1 out of Scottsdale, Arizona. It's the Security State Bank Innovative Computer Professionals of Cole Potts. And all the way in the last row in the 7th position, it's the number 7 out of Orange, California, the Speed Energy, Toyo Tires, KMC Wheels, Menards competitor of Robbie Gordon. And right here, see Robbie off to the side, and right in the back row, number 83, he's your 2018 Speed Energy World Champion out of Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia, the Carlisle Headstrong KMC Wheels, number 83 of Matty Brabham.
So not quite sure, but we've got Robbie Gordon in the pit lane. I don't know if they're making some repairs to that truck, but we'll see if we can find out what the issue is. But he is not on the grid right at the moment. All
right, so I'm hearing from Race Control. We are about a minute out from the start grid. We're lucky. I say we're lucky. Robbie Gordon's lucky right now. Indy Lights had a good, clean race, entertaining race, and we're able to end a little early. So let's buy us a little bit of time. So right now, Race Control is putting about a minute on the clock for Robbie Gordon to be able to pull in. I don't know. With Robbie, you got to understand, he's a driver. He's a promoter.
Right.
He's a mechanic.
He's a
semi-driver.
Yep.
He does. I mean, there's nothing the man doesn't do. So he might be over there being
cooks,
like,
he cleans. He
could be over there saying I'm having a problem with the truck. He might be going over there and say, hey, I want this ramp moved. He might be going over there, hey, Randy, when we're done, make sure you load the ramps up and start. You never know what he's doing. So we're well inside a minute to green as Robbie Gordon pulls to the line. And what you're going to watch is this is the full inversion from points from qualifying and from yesterday's finish. So the faster guys are in the back of the pack, and the slower guys are in the front of the pack. Problem is, Gavin Harlan, he's not a slow guy. He's lightning fast. He's won so many races, and he's sitting on the pole. As I said earlier, as the drivers are like, this is kind of a bummer. We'll see you at the podium. So as long as he holds it together, he's going to be looking really good. Here we're 30 seconds out from our green flag. This is where the butterflies, they start to go away a little bit. Their head's in the game, about to rock and roll. They're up on the converter a little bit, on the chip, as we're about to see the green flag fly inside about 15 seconds. Now they're scheduled for 3 laps and change. Mandatory comp caution, 3 more laps. The last and final comp caution, and then off to the checkered flag as we are ready to drop the flag. 10 seconds to go. And the countdown is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good jump. Almost too much of a jump for the green flag on Gavin Harlan as he is off and running early.
Gavin Harlan through turn number 1 and into the view of Rusty Bell.
Up on 2 wheels, coming off that pit exit curbing. He's got about a car length right now on that 55. The 55 over Bill Hines. We'll keep an eye on that now as they are working their way into the keyhole, about ready to hit that first big jump right in front of the grandstands as they come on to the back straightaway here. Everybody's single file now on the top of the keyholes. They roll off that, get on the accelerator, and get big air off this jump. Everybody coming down. Looks like a couple of cars coming down hard. The yellow truck, Lyondike, nosing into the pavement off that jump that time. Getting big pressure from the Continental Tire, Greg Biffle, who's side by side with him at the top end.
Biffle gets that pass done, so Biffle up 1 position already. They're down into the S's. They've got a chicane to deal with coming into turn number 5. That 55 truck on the point. Harlan over the jumps first down through here. Watch Biffle. Biffle looking to make a move down into turn number 6. Ari Lyondike Jr. might lose another position. Tom Michael. Here comes the leaders flying into your view.
Yep, you see him in the air, now on the ground. The leader continues to be the 55 car of Harlan. The 57, Hines. Then the 47 goes by. That's Jeff Hoffman. Up under Thunder Valley they go. Heading around into that number 11 turn. They put it up on 2 wheels there.
You see him tucking in. There is yesterday's winner, number 60. Right there of Potts. Potts having a little bit of struggle trying to get around Lyondike. Lyondike's gone the wrong direction. but Greg Biffle has not, as right now we got a little bit of contact in between Jeff Hoffman and the Biff as they come down to the front stretch. Continental Tire sends them down the front stretch wide open. Matty Brabham, Robbie Gordon, side by side, almost a little contact in the air as they go deep into turn number 1 underneath the Honda bridge. That is Potts, the inside of Lyondike. Lyondike trying to hold his line. He's in the wrong spot. Big contact.
Big contact here. Knocked him off track. He's going to get back on, but be at the tail end of the field. So big contact there. Lyondike now at the tail end. Great battle for second, though, side by side now on the top of the keyhole turn. We'll watch him. It is that VP Fuels machine. Gavin Harlan out front. Hits that big ramp, big air again out of most of those trucks as they make their way down the straightaway, and he continues to drive away with this at the moment. And it is that number 47 truck of Jeff Hoffman in second. Here comes the Continental Tire again, Brian.
Biffle makes another pass down at the end of the back straightaway. Your leader, Harlan, in that 55 truck, well out in front. He gets on the gas over the ramp. And here comes Biffle. Biffle trying to make another move. Biffle making the most passes so far, but it's all Harlan, Gavin Harlan.
Harlan over the jump as he's over there in turn number 7. He's got that big advantage right now. Greg Biffle put the side slide to it as he's trying to take down the 47 of Jeff Hoffman. Right now, 3 trucks back there. Robbie Gordon trying to come up and around. One of the competitors there, I think Robbie Gordon may have picked up a position.
You see right now Matt Brabham, the 83 Carlos Tire. We haven't talked too much about him. He has gotten by Bill Hines and gotten by Robbie Gordon as well. He's moving up, so you got Gordon and Potts still not able to move up as quickly as as Matt Brabham has. He's got his work cut out for him if he's going to catch the Biff, catch Jeff Hoffman, and of course our leader Gavin Harlan completely checking out, John.
Indeed, as they come into turn number 1, but you always got to watch Matty Brabham as he's perennially coming from the back as he's the points leader. But it looks like our Robbie Gordon truck, that bright orange truck, you can't miss it, goes inside of Cole Potts, yesterday's winner, and they throw a little paint on one another as they head up into the keyhole turn. And Greg Biffle still trying to dispose of Hoffman. Can't quite get it done. But here comes Matty Brabham.
He's right there. Biffle looking. They may hit the ramp almost side by side. Not quite this time, but Biffle's been really good. Made up 2 spots the last 2 laps down the straightaway. He's in the draft. He's bump drafting right now, coming down the straightaway. Now to the outside, Brian. He's going to try to make an outside pass.
Biffle going to the high side, as they'd say. We'll see if Biffle able to get it done side by side all the way through. They're going to come up. Biffle into the dirt, coming into the chicane here. Biffle still in behind the 47 truck there, not able to get the pass done. So, but they are starting to reel in 55 of Harlan. They're getting a little closer.
Harlan does the jump. Now that close battle back there for second. Hoffman still with the advantage over Greg Biffle. And you move back. 4th place truck trying to move up into that. That's the 83 of Matty Brabham, last year's champion. Robbie Gordon has now gotten around the 60 truck of Cole Potts. Matter of fact, he brought Cole Potts with him as he passed a couple of other trucks out there, including the Hines machine.
Lyondike off the pace at the back of the field, so that little banging job he did with Cole Potts may have knocked something askew on that truck as he's having trouble keeping up.
You see him right now coming around to the Continental jump. We've got Gavin Harlan way out in front. Hoffman,
Biffle spins it.
Of it. We see Biffle, big trouble on the front stretch over that ramp. Not sure if he did it on his own or if he had a little bit of assistance there.
He did. He basically did not get enough acceleration coming off the ramp. The truck nosed into the ground, and it just the rear end came up off the ground on him, and that's what caused him to spin. And now he's got a tire rub of some kind.
He does. Now the only saving grace he might have is the 2 comp cautions here. So they're going to get around to the tire stack, go over by China Beach here a little bit, and they're going to go full comp caution. Right there to the inside is Robbie Gordon, the inside of Cole Potts. Cole Potts, yesterday's winner.
Down the straightaway right now, trying to get that spot. Potts is able to stay out in front of him, but Potts with a lot of body damage from that contact with Lyondike. Here goes Gordon down to the inside.
Gordon looks to the inside of Potts. Gordon going to try to get that pass done. They rub, make the way through. Robbie Gordon gets the pass done on Potts. We're into the competition. First period done.
So there we are, folks. round 1 of 3, I guess we could say it. I like the first period talk. That was good. So like a little hockey action here. I like that. So a wild run so far. Here is the replay. Look in the back of your screen.
He got crooked coming over the ramp, and it just got around on him as he went nose first into the pavement and spun it around and actually made contact with the barrier. That's where the tire rub came from, as he knocked the bodywork into that right rear tire.
Now that's the thing. We haven't seen Biffle, like I said, he raced with us last year at Road America. He's here with us this weekend at Mid-Ohio Raceway, but we have not seen out of Biffle is him actually make like that type of mistake. Some little mistakes that he knows he's making, but visually not stuff we're catching on to real quick. As he looks like he's taking off, he's going to head into pit lane, but so he has not experienced getting that out of whack yet. The steering ratio in these trucks is a 1-to-1 steering ratio. They're very tight. You move that steering wheel a half an inch, you're going to move over 6 feet.
Right.
So then he got out of whack and then overcorrected a little bit. I would have done the same thing. I've never been in that type of situation, nor has he. But you see some of the other guys that have a lot of seat time, and that's a perfect example of being in the series more often. You learn that little bit, and I bet you we're not going to see that happen again out of Greg Biffle. But that's what it was. He got a little out of whack, slight panic, overturned a little bit trying to get out of it. And with any luck, hopefully this truck's going to be all right to continue running. And hopefully, it's, like you said, hopefully it's just a little body rub.
Yeah, they're just checking that bodywork. They're making sure that tire is not flat, and then they're going to try to pound the bodywork out so he doesn't have that rub. In fact, they got the Sawzall there. They're ready to cut that bodywork loose if they need to. But I think they've decided it's all good. They're going to send him here in a minute, I think.
It might be hey, Greg, run what you brung, brother.
Yeah.
So now this being different with the comp caution coming around now in pit lane, where is Biffle going to be pulled out? Is he going to stay in pit lane and have to pull out in the back of the pack? Or what's going to happen here? This is a new one. We've yet to have a vehicle in pit lane at Mid-Ohio during a race. So we'll see exactly how this is addressed here.
They could hold him down at the pit exit and let the field go by, and he would join at the end.
That'll be his best bet. And the thing is, too, with the comp cautions in Super Trucks, when it happens at a comp caution, we don't let you go down a lap.
Yeah. If
you're on the track and run to green, it's just like any form of racing.
Sure.
If you stay out there till the comp caution happens, you don't lose a lap. So he can come out, be in the back of the pack behind Ari Leyendijk here, and still stay on the lead lap.
Got it.
So that being said, folks, exciting stuff to say the least here as we get ready to go green flag racing in just a minute here. 3 laps to go with a comp caution. You'll notice that Continental truck you just saw in the pits that is carrying the number 100 celebrates Continental's current promotion, purchase of set of qualified light truck and SUV tires, and you might get up to $100 Visa prepaid card. Who's hoping for a Visa prepaid card? Biffle. He's going to need it. He's got a lot of work to do for him, a lot of work cut out. He lets the leaders get up front. He's going to have to fall back into where he was. Race Control is talking to him. I'm hearing it now saying, Greg, if you can get in there and safely file in without causing a ruckus, you're going to be all right. Meanwhile, not causing a ruckus is Gavin Harlan. He's just out there. He's probably drinking maybe a macchiato or something, nice and calm, looking cool and collected.
Headed to the ramp, and Rusty Bell.
Down the straightaway, it looks like that truck of Biffle's is going to fall into the tail end right now as he's closing up on Leyendijk. We'll see if Leyendijk's truck any better now. Here comes Biffle, who's going to try to go around him here at the kink. But at the front, we've got a bunch of trucks coming down the straightaway all together side by side.
Yeah, your early leader, Harlan, able to maintain that position. He locks the brakes up as he comes through turn number 4. They're going into the tire chicane here as they make their way to the jump in 5. The 47 of Hoffman right there in second place. Then Hines. Everybody knows the tail. Biffle does get around Leyendijk, but I tell you what, Biffle's truck's hurt. It looks really bad when he comes down off the jump.
Well, it's closer this time than we saw it last race right now between first and second. Harlan still with the advantage. Hoffman in second place, the 83. That's Matty Brabham. Right there as well, Robbie Gordon. That's the top 4. They head up into turn 11.
Brabham and Gordon, obviously perennial front runners in the field, and right behind them, the bright green truck of Cole Potts, who took the win yesterday. But Gavin Harlan is not letting it.
Super Truck's hot on his tail. And the only thing Greg Biffle can hope for right now is that battle slows all 4 or 5 of them down, and he has the opportunity to get up there. But he's going to have to get around the Thrill first. That's number 57 of Bill Hines. He's going to have to get around him if he's going to make it to the leaders.
Yeah, he's trying that now. A lot of smoke coming out of the back of that on the left-hand corner, turn 1, as he tries to close in. And those last 3 trucks losing touch here with the front part of the field. The front 5 beginning to roll away just a little bit as we see that VP machine of Gavin Harlan still out in front right now. Nobody really able to challenge him yet. Down the straightaway one more time. A good battle going on for second. Brabham now trying to move. He's on the inside. Potts in the grass here at the kink.
Brabham trying to get that pass done. Robbie Gordon gets a pass done as they make their way through side by side with Brabham now. Brabham goes to the high side. They get around the tires. Brabham has to fall in behind the 47 of Hoffman. They're over the jump. Robbie Gordon in behind Brabham as they make their way underneath the Honda Bridge. And to you, Tom Michaels.
And they wait for the final jump. There it is. No change right now. Harlan with that lead. The second place truck, Hoffman, then Brabham, Robbie Gordon, Potts, then a good distance back to Biffle, who's driving that damaged truck.
Watching Robbie Gordon, he is really going defensive on Cole Potts. Potts wants a way around him, and Robbie's doing everything he can to keep that green truck behind him.
And, you know, the way Cole Potts, he found another gear that everyone else didn't have in Toronto in race one and race one here yesterday as well. So that being said, he's got the speed and ability, but he's got to get around Robbie Gordon right now, and if he wants to be part of that lead. Gavin Harlan, he's still out front looking comfortable. Behind him is Toyo Tires number 47 of Jeff Hoffman. He's comfortable as well. Those two up front, they're great friends on and off the track. We'll see how much Hoffman wants to lean on his buddy in that VP truck.
Thought about putting the fender on him there at turn one. He moved up on the inside of the quarter panel, but backed off as there would have been contact. Up into the keyhole turn once again. The battle at the lead tightens up a little bit now as those front three trucks are less than a truck length apart as they hit that big jump here on the back straightaway. Everybody coming off that well now down the straightaway. It looks like Gavin Harlan gets a good run off that jump and drives away a little bit. Now Brabham again challenging down the straightaway. This time Brian on the outside.
Brabham's going to try to get that pass done. They make their way into turn number 4. Your leader, Harlan, locks the brakes up as he makes his way there. Brabham still trying to get this done. Can't get the pass done. The top 3 are kind of pulling away a little bit. And Potts has gotten around Robbie Gordon.
Comp caution coming up after this lap as these trucks continue at speed. Gavin Harlan looking to close the points gap down to Matty Brabham as he was tied with Robbie Gordon coming into this round here. And Gavin Harlan doing what he needs to do out in front as Matt Brabham not able to get around Hoffman to put a challenge on the lead for this. Cole Potts, yesterday's winner, does dispose of Robbie Gordon, but I'm not sure that that's a done deal. Gordon is a sly competitor. He might get it done to get back around him as they're coming to the jump here on the front straightaway, and then we'll have our second comp caution after this lap.
They'll be coming around to that tire stack over in 5. That'll be the next caution. That's going to help out Cole Potts greatly. But like I said, Gavin Harlan, he's not struggling right now, but we have one more comp caution, man. That's going to put these guys right tight on his tail. He's been taking the pressure well. We've seen him do it before. He's won so many races in the past. He can handle it. But I see a fire in Cole Potts' eyes that we haven't seen lately, and I'm wondering after this caution how much he's going to push the rest of the guys up and put that much more pressure on Harlan, as there is Ari Leyendyk Jr., the 25 Speed Energy entry, and he is pulled back into pit lane.
Coming over the ramp and into the view of Rusty Bell as we're heading to our second comp caution.
Over the jump again, single file right now, looking to see if anybody's ready to make a move. Again, Brabham is all over the back of that 57. Now under the grass here, trying to get around Jeff Hoffman. Down on the inside, Brian.
Brabham finally gets to the inside. We'll see if they trade body work here. A little bit of shove from Brabham. Hoffman stays hard into the throttle. They're coming up to the tires. We're into the third, or we're at the end of the second period. Competition caution comes out.
So that's it for round 2 of 3 right there, as Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks has 3 laps of action to go to the checkered flag. We decide who is the winner of race number 2 here for our first time at Mid-Ohio, and who is going to be crowned the overall champion here for our first time as well. So great racing so far. A lot of going on, but not one lead change. That's not normal for Stadium Super Trucks. We knew Gavin Harlan out front. That was going to be trouble for everyone else.
Well, now that Matt Brabham has moved his way up into second spot, perhaps he's got his best chance to come under a challenge for Gavin Harlan, as the crew working on Ari Leyendyk's truck going to try to get it back into competition, but I think it's suffering from that contact he had with Cole Potts on the first lap.
Very good chance of that. Very good chance of that. Now, the thing is here is We see Robbie Gordon, he just got passed by Cole Potts. But the thing is, you can never count Robbie Gordon out.
You bet.
And now you've got the best of the best up here, up in front. But I'm sure looking at his rearview mirror is the number 83 Carlisle driver of Matt Brabham. He knows if he keeps 2 trucks in between him and Robbie Gordon, he can finish second and still get the overall.
Sure.
Right now, Gavin Harlan with DNF yesterday, he's not going to win the overall. So Matt Brabham, he wants to win, and he's going to try to win. But the thing is, in the big picture of things, he wants another world championship. He wants 2 of them in a row. And that being said, coming to the green flag here, we'll wonder how he plays it and how much he pushes it. As the green flag flies, Gavin Harlan, the Cobra, and the VP Fuels and Lubricants truck back out in the lead, running hard as the draft comes into play with Brabham, Hoffman, and Potts hot on the leader's tail.
Brabham looks like he gets around. He's trying right now, makes that stick into second spot. Watching him now up into the keyhole turn. It's still Harlan out in front, but now Brabham in second. We know Brabham is pretty good in that truck as he's come from the tail end of the field, now to second. So Harlan's looking behind him right now and seeing that truck as they're going to hit the ramp. Back under green, all the trucks single file close together, still making their way down the straightaway, but we'll look for Brabham now to try to get up there, pulling a little distance between themselves and Hoffman. Here comes Potts looking to the outside of Hoffman.
Yeah, Potts looking not close enough to get it done. Brabham not close enough to Harlan. Harlan has had this all to his own, but I tell you what, he's got Brabham right behind him. They're around the tires, headed for the jump. We'll see. Brabham tries to set up for the inside of 6, doesn't get quite enough traction, but Tom Michaels, Harlan finally has a challenger.
We'll see him as they come up over the jump, and indeed, Matty Brabham right behind that number 55 truck. Hoffman has all he can handle with the 4th place truck of Cole.
Getting word from the pit lane that they had to adjust the front rebound on Ari Leyendyke's truck. No such thing as pit lane speed limits here, as he accelerated hard down the pit lane as he has gotten out in front of our leaders as they're working their way through the carousel turn. Matty Brabham hot on the heels of the man who's led every lap so far, Gavin Harlan, but he has got the very dangerous Matt Brabham right behind him.
Yes, he does. They're flying high down the front stretch with those Continental tires. Continental tires on our leader's truck right now as that ramp sends them flying down here. A lot of pressure, but the young man's handling it like a champ as we see smoke bellowing off the front tire of the Toyo number 47 truck there as he runs it in a little deep. They all get out a little bit wide right here as they drop into the draft.
Watching him in the keyhole turn, it's still no change at the front as Brabham looking for a way around. Can't make that stick. Now Potts looking to the outside, now drops back behind. He may look to make a pass this time down the straightaway, currently sitting in 4th. But we're watching this lead 2 that have put a little distance between themselves and 3rd. Here comes Brabham on the outside now, switches back to the inside. Brian, he looks like he wants this spot.
He wants this spot, but he's not close enough to get it done. That packs everybody up. Potts to the inside. What a move! He just shoves it in there. So Potts coming from the back end of the field. He is trying to get, now he gets hip checked out to the outside. He is going to lose a couple positions. Robbie Gordon's going to get by him. Biffle gets by him. Robbie Gordon slots in behind him. So Potts makes this incredible move and he drops way back. Tom Michaels there in front of you.
Yeah, that lead battle continues apace. We watch it. Harlan Baez down. Then Brabham. Then Hoffman. Resurgent is Greg Biffle and lets the rear end hang out as he goes down through Thunder Valley. Don't say that very often.
Tight racing towards the front of the pack right here. I said Potts completely stirring up everything in that pot as just bunched everyone up. Then they kind of got a little bit loose from one another. Gavin Harlan makes a slight mistake, goes a little wide, tries to apex a little early, turns it into 2 turns right there, able to make it stick. Matt Brabham, he's digging down as deep as he can in that bag of tricks and not able to come up with anything just quite yet. As the white flag is out, 1 lap left to go. Robbie Gordon sky high in the air, front end way up in the air.
Final time, they're coming through turn number 1. Matt Brabham trying to get it done. Coming to you, Rusty.
Yeah, Matt Brabham's going to need to do a little tap, I think. I don't think he can get it done without contact, as Harlan has got this his way the whole race so far. He tries them on the outside now, side by side on the outside. We'll see if they do any banging here coming onto the back straightaway. They're going to hit the jump almost side by side, but not quite. as it looks like Harlan's able to keep that truck out in front. He had the line through the inside of the keyhole. Here comes Brabham, but he's back a truck length. Brian, he's going to have to drive Harlan off the track here in the S's.
We'll see. Matty Brabham right there in the wheel tracks. Harlan's had the lead the entire race, has only looked in his mirrors. Here comes Brabham. They're into the tire turn here, into 5. Brabham not close enough. The 47 of Hoffman right there. We've got 5 trucks, nose to tail, headed to Utah Michaels and then to the checkers.
We wait for him to come over that jump around turn 7. There they are. Everybody getting good air this time. We watch as they come through. Harlan still with the lead. Matty Brabham. It's going to be tough to try and take this one for Brabham. They're up through Thunder Valley.
Coming into our view for the final time. Last couple of turns. Matt Brabham tries to stuff it down to the inside of Gavin Harlan. Here comes Cole Potts going side by side with the Biff as they battle for 4th position. That's not settled yet.
Potts diving in there, very authoritative as he gets in there, tries to move Biff out of the way. He says, listen, kid, I'm not putting up with that stuff right now. As we head to the checkered flags, Continental sends him to the checkered. Gavin Harlan redemption time here at Mid-Ohio as he brings home win number 1 for the weekend here. Great run for him. Matty Brabham's, kudos to you as well in P2. And I believe Jeff Hoffman unofficially in P3. So what a run for all those top competitors. Some good tight racing. I tell you, Cole Potts, Robbie Gordon, and Biffle, they were mixing it up all the whole time in the back as well. So exciting stuff here.
Saw something fly off one of the trucks. It's laying right in the middle of the front straightaway here. It looks almost like a fan blade. I know they probably got cooling fans on the radiators of these trucks. It looks like one of them got dislodged just as the truck hit the ground. But here we see a little showboating going on here on the final cool down lap as Gavin Harlan takes his 2nd win on the season. Back-to-back wins for Harlan as he won in the 2nd round at Toronto and then takes the win in the 2nd round here at Mid-Ohio.
All right, John. Well, exciting stuff. I tell you, everywhere around the track at Mid-Ohio, thank you so much for hosting us here. It's very exciting to be here. And check your schedules. We're hoping to be back here in 2 weeks again, possibly with Xfinity NASCAR. So we'll be back again. So you're going to want to come out, check it out, and tell your friends about it. Follow us on Facebook. That's Stadium Super Trucks Facebook. Follow us on Instagram as well. And, of course, all the information at www.stadiumsupertrucks.com. So for Continental Tires, I'm Sean Sermy. John, I'm going to take off, go down to the podium. Sir, thank you so much for having me here at your house. What a great time, man. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Sean. Hope to see you again next year as we get a great show. And I'll go out to Rusty Bell as it looked like both Matt Brabham and Robbie Gordon on 2 wheels all the way down the back straightaway.
Even went around turn 4 without slowing down any.
Oh, for Robbie Gordon, not able to take all the way through turn